So I have a new roommate. I want you to meet him. Ah! He's so tall. How tall he is. Oh my god. Okay, let's just tip him over. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful man. So before you go thinking I'm absolutely crazy, which I am, I didn't buy this myself. My team at work, awesome freaking coworkers, got this for me as an early birthday present.
What is this? Who did this? I see a life-size something.
A life-size?
I'm about to get really excited if I know what it is. What the hell? Who did this? Oh my god, I love you guys! Oh my god, you made my day! I'm so happy! Oh my god!
Set him up.
I'm gonna cry! Who did this?
Oh my gosh.
How did you do this? Oh my god, I don't want to break him.
What up guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for following me, for watching these videos, and for subscribing. If you haven't already, please go ahead and do so. And I apologize for this distraction, this beautiful crotch description. Yeah, we can't get his head in here. I don't even know if you're gonna be able to take me seriously, but I just feel like this is good background presence, right? Am I wrong? Yeah. Hopefully, you know, like you guys won't mind that we're just have, you know, some abs in a situation back here. All right, so anyway, today, as you can tell by the title in my video, we're gonna be talking about the cost of competing, because there's a lot of you guys out there who are interested in competing or are curious to know what goes into it, and I wanted to give you the real breakdown of what it's like to compete so that you know what you're getting yourself into. However, before we do that, I want to give you guys a quick update. I haven't filmed anything for you guys for this week's prep, whatever, but I just wanted to give you a quick recap on what's been going on and what I'm going to be doing. We are 4 weeks out. It's really not that far out, like we're so close. A lot of people have been asking me, do I feel ready? It honestly just depends on the day. Sometimes I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna bring home a trophy, and then other days I'm like, oh dear God, I'm gonna look like a busted can of biscuits on stage because I am nowhere near ready. So I don't know, I'm just really just trying to take it day by day, meal by meal, workout by workout, cardio by cardio. Secondly, one of the things that I've determined that I'm going to be doing is that I'm not going to be putting a lot of exercise videos on the YouTube channel, which if you haven't noticed, I don't really do much of that already. I just don't, based off of what I want to do with my YouTube channel, I just don't feel like this is going to be the forum for that. So if you are interested in exercises and, you know, ideas and workouts, please follow my Instagram at beautyinthebuff. That is where I've actually been posting a lot of my workouts and tips for working out. I am gonna try and get better at posting upper body workouts. It's just really hard to do it by yourself with the placement, where you put the camera, and then you're trying not to get other people in the picture because nobody wants to be on your stuff, and I don't wanna get in trouble with the gym. So anyway, if you want exercise, ideas, workouts, things like that, go follow my Instagram. What I'm going to be doing here on the YouTube is daily vlogs like I have been. I'm going to start talking more about nutrition. I'm going to start talking about meal prepping. I'm going to start talking about more motivational stuff, mental health things. And when I talk about mental health issues and topics, these are all based off of my experience and what I've done to overcome them or currently doing to overcome them. Hold on, I'm really thirsty. Okay. Now, on to the topic. I'm going to start off by saying it is not for everyone, and that is not to say anything negative about you other than this may not be the forum for you. So let's start off with monies, the financial cost of competing. So this is a very expensive hobby, okay? And even when you turn pro, unless you're sponsored with all of your stuff, or that I'm gonna go into with you, it's really freaking expensive. So just prepare, and even if you try to go a cheap route, you're still spending a lot of money. So first, this is just for one show, so take this all into consideration. you have your coach. Now, there's different, not levels, but services a coach will offer. Some coaches just offer nutrition, some coaches just offer nutrition plus exercise. This could all just be online. Sometimes it's in person. If it's in person, you are going to be paying a higher rate than you will be paying online. Some of these coaches do also offer posing included. Again, the more they offer, the more money it is. If you don't have a posing coach, you're also looking at, I don't know, if it's a group session, you could be looking at like 40-ish for the group. One-on-one obviously is more. Competition jewelry. It's not terribly expensive. I mean, you could be looking at $20, $25-ish for earrings. I mean, this is costume jewelry. You kind of want a lot. You want big and a lot. Everything on stage is much more than what you would do in normal life. So it can add up, but that is also something you can kind of figure out and budget for yourself and shop around. So that doesn't have to be expensive. You have tanning. My tanning, I believe, is $150. It might be $175, and that is for 3 coats for a one-day show. Honestly, you can tan yourself, but truly I would not recommend it if you haven't done it before. Do not do this by yourself. You need to have a good tan. You will get marked down if your tan is shitty, if you're not dark enough, if you're too dark, if you're blotchy. It just, when it comes to show day, presentation, you do not want to do something you've never done before and try to make up for it in cost, because you're gonna look handmade. Then you have hair and makeup. I am doing my hair myself. A lot of girls can do their hair themselves. Makeup, that is not one thing I'm gonna do by myself. Again, stage makeup is completely different than regular makeup. So unless you're a makeup artist who can do stage makeup, do not attempt this by yourself. I did that my first show and that was the worst mistake I ever made. Then you have your shoes, but that's like usual shoe costs, like 50 max. I mean, again, you can shop around for that. Your suit. Yeah, it is the most expensive piece of dental floss you will ever own in your life. If you're gonna buy it yourself and you're gonna have like moderate bling, you're still looking at around $400 for your suit. I'm renting my suit this time. It is blinged out to the max. I'm so freaking excited, but it's $200 to rent. You can buy a suit for $200, but it's gonna be very, very plain. You can get a plain suit for $200 and then bling it out if you got it like that. But truthfully, I did that in my first show, and the stones for me to bling it out, which was still moderately blingy, I mean, it probably still cost me, because I wasn't buying it I didn't buy it in like wholesale, probably about $100 to get all the stones I wanted. But the most frustrating thing for me was time. I did this 2 weeks out from my show, so I was already cranky, and then trying to put all those little things, and then I'm a perfectionist, and just glues all over the place. Like, it was not worth it for me. Supplements, I don't use too many supplements, but I mean, supplements, if you're using like a pre-workout, my coach doesn't have me using a protein shake, but I have used protein shakes in the past. You have your vitamins, your multivitamins, your fish oils, any other type of supplements that will support you through your training. I mean, you can be looking at $100 or $200 every 2 months on supplements. 200 is the high end. It depends on what you buy and where you buy them from. Food. The more you diet and you eat less, the better it is. Right now, I am spending anywhere between, if I'm lucky, depends on how much meat I have left over, $50 to $80 a week in food. When I'm not dieting though, if you are looking at, when I'm not dieting, or let's say had a higher metabolism, a higher caloric intake, you know, earlier in prep, I mean, easily $100. Now, bulking is a lot more money. Second cost of competing is time. Okay, so guys, this is really, really important, and you need to take this seriously if you're really considering competing. You're not gonna be a normal person when it comes to time. So your entire life for that prep is around the gym and your meals. It's a very selfish sport. What I mean by that is, personally, I don't know how people in relationships do it. If you want to do something with people, you have to figure out how to coordinate your gym schedule and your meals around that. And if you can't, then you won't be doing it. You're not going to be as available to your friends as you were before. You just don't have the time to give to people when you're doing this prep. Now, not to say everyone needs to go to the gym twice a day for prepping. A lot of people don't have to do that. I'm hoping to be that person one day, but in this prep, I am not. Just to give you an example of what my day looks like, I wake up around, I put my alarm on at 3:50, knowing I'm gonna keep snoozing. I'm hoping to get out of bed at 4, but it's around 4:30-ish. So anyway, we'll just say, 4:30, right? 4:30. I get out of bed, I go to the gym, I do my cardio, I go home, I get ready for work, I go to work, I have my normal day, I get out of work, I go to the gym, I do my lifting and my cardio, so I'm there average 2 hours. I always do the sauna too, so that takes some time. I will never sacrifice the sauna. So I'm probably not getting home until around 7:30. When I have my therapy, I schedule my therapy right after work, and then from there I go straight to the gym, so I don't get home till 8:30. Physically, your time is consumed by prep because life doesn't stop when you're prepping. You still have your financial responsibilities. So if you work 2 jobs, there are a lot of people that work crazy ass hours. I have a regular 7 to 4 schedule, which is amazing. But if I didn't have a 7 to 4 schedule and I had a longer schedule, you still have to do it. Life doesn't stop. Your entire life is based around this schedule. Food is based around your life and your schedule. Also, if I don't feel, and this is something you will learn, if I don't feel strong enough to go out in public and be around food and socialize, I won't go out. That's just what it is. Because if I'm not having a mentally strong day and I'm already struggling to keep to my routine, the last thing I want to do is tempt myself and go out and put myself in a situation where I'm likely gonna cheat. Or it's gonna create more anxiety and I'm gonna get home and all I'm gonna be thinking about food. So I just won't do it. Also, you have to consider how exhausted you're gonna be. If I'm freaking tired in the middle of the day, it's Sunday, or whatever day, I'm not going out. Like, you can't force me to go out. I'm tired. It's not gonna happen. Sometimes I just don't wanna be around people because I'm so tired. So that will play a factor in it. Time, guys. You will live, breathe, and sleep prep. There's just no way around that. I honestly don't know how people in relationships or with families do it. I really don't. I don't know. I just can't even imagine. Like, I can't imagine having to make space for someone. Like, really make space for someone, because I can barely make space for myself. I feel like I'm always on the go. But yeah, people do it. I don't know how. Last but not least, the mental fuckery. Guys, okay, this is a tough one. Prep does strange things to your mind. You start seeing your body change at such a rapid pace, and it's not just weight loss. It's, you start seeing these muscles like that you did, like, look, like I've never seen my arms look like this before, and it's so freaking exciting, right? But then, even though like this isn't really sustainable, like what you're doing to get this physique, you kind of get obsessed with it, and you can't stop looking in the mirror, and you can't stop taking pictures, and you can't stop pinching yourself. And then, oh God forbid, you're bloated that day. Oh my God, I'm fat, even though you're not fat. But just yesterday you were super lean, and your body fluctuates every day. While you're on prep, like, your eyes play tricks on you. You believe things that aren't true, and it really is, it's hard to stay focused and realize this is not reality. Like, this isn't real. These thoughts aren't real. You aren't fat. You aren't this. You're on pace. Like, it's a difficult concept to grasp. The more you do it, the better it gets. But the very first time, you feel crazy. There was a time in my first prep, mind you, I did go into my first prep having a very unhealthy relationship with food in my body, and I wouldn't say prepped. I would not recommend that for anyone on prep who's struggling the way I did the first time, but it did work out for me. I was doing therapy at the same time, keep that in mind. Because every time I looked in the mirror, there were negative thoughts. I started actually covering my mirrors. So I had towels all over my mirrors because I didn't want to look at myself. Not because I was ashamed, but because I knew that I was thinking bad things that weren't true, that was going to affect me. So I just eliminated the thing that was bad for my health, my mental health. Last prep, what I did too was that I compared myself with a lot of girls, and I always compared myself with a lot of girls. So I had to stop following certain girls on social media that I would compare myself to, and I still stick with that. If I look at a girl on social media and I'm comparing myself and thinking negative things, I will unfollow her. Something against her, it's like, you know what, there's no point in doing this and driving myself crazy. You will go through that phase as well. You will look at other girls and think, she's 4 weeks out, I'm 4 weeks out, I look like this, she looks like that, I'm never gonna be ready, I'm not good enough, and then go through this spiral. So you have that type of mental fuckery. You also have the mental fuckery of not wanting to eat your food, of not wanting to go to the gym because you're tired, of, oh, God forbid, you have an apple that's not on your plan, or worse, a candy bar. You feel so guilty. Oh my God. And realistically, sure, it's not on your plan. Yes, you derailed the plan, but did you die? I don't believe for 1 second that there are people that are 100% compliant to their plan every prep. I don't believe it for a freaking second. I believe that they could be 99%, but there's that 1% throughout their prep at one point or a couple times they have cheated, okay? They cheated. Then you may not have gone into this prep ever feeling guilty about food, but all of a sudden you're guilty. You feel guilty eating something that's not a part of what you were supposed to follow. You know, then you do run the risk of binging because you're restricting for so long. That happens to a lot of people. We're gonna put post-show fuckery in here with mental fuckery. Hopefully you don't mind cursing. I mean, that's just who I am, so you probably won't be following me if you don't like cursing. The most important cost of competing is your post-show plan. Okay, guys, competing for a show doesn't stop at the day of the show if you want to do it right, okay? So let's say you paid your coach for 4, 5, 3 months, whatever, right? For the show. You better be prepared to pay them for another 3, 4, 5 months after the show. After you do a show, what ends up happening, especially the first time around, and coaches don't prepare you for this. This is my biggest pet peeve with coaching. You kind of get to the show, you made it to the stage, you got a trophy, you didn't get a trophy, whatever. You feel great about yourself, right? And then you get off that stage, you have your food celebration that night, maybe the day after, maybe all week, whatever, not judging. But then you think, woo, I'm done. I'm done, it's all good. I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to do my cardio. I don't need to eat this tilapia anymore. And I can be normal again. No, honey, no. I'm here to tell you that is not how it works.